triggering runs. This is one of the most important mechanics in the game when it comes to getting movement in your attacks. Today we're going to be jumping into a live game and I'm going to be showing you guys how to perfectly utilise L1 to trigger runs and get more movement in your attacks. Let's get into it. For frame of reference, this is the team that we're going to be running with, and for any of you interested in what tactics I'll be running with, it is this 4-4-1-1 second variation. This is the tactics here. As far as the instructions go, I'll just quickly fly you through each of these players. There is a full video and full breakdown on these tactics, which I'll link in the description below for any of you guys that want to check them out. Also, a lot of you guys who regularly watch the videos are not currently subscribed to the channel. If you do enjoy these videos, guys, if you could subscribe and turn your bell on, it honestly goes a long way and I'd really appreciate it. I hate to be that guy that asks people to subscribe, but it would really help me out. So thank you in advance, guys. Now, before we get into this game, just in terms of the mechanics we're going to be using L1 to trigger runs. We'll be using L1 whilst making a pass to trigger the run of the person that's just made the pass. And we'll also be using R1 to call a player towards us. They're the only mechanics we're going to be using in this game. Okay, here we go. Straight into that 4-4-1-1 I was telling you guys about. And like I say, we'll just play this game through like any other game. And I'll just talk you guys through what I'm doing when it comes to triggering the runs. So here we've got in nice and early here down this byline. I'm going to call in that centre mid a little bit just to give us the passing option. Just going to wait for our team to sort of take shape here. I'm going to call Mendy in. I'm going to call Grealish in. But I do use R1 a lot to actually get passing options, because with the way people press in this game, sometimes it can be very hard to actually pick that pass. Here, is going to try and drive this space, but he's done a really good job there of defending it. Same back. Knock this back. I'm going to trigger Grealish on a run, but play it here, and then play the through ball. Try and cut it back. Maybe go near post, and that is 1-0. Really good start from us there. Let's put straight away, which is fantastic. Okay, I'm going to bring this up here. Call Grealish in with R1. Send him on a run with an L1 pass. Call him to a gain. And we're just kind of going back and forth to try and draw out defenders like we've done there. Don't think of triggering runs and playing through balls as just a trigger one run, play one pass. It's too one-dimensional, and against any good player, it's just not going to be enough to get in on goal. You really have to be a bit more diverse and kind of pull back and forth a few times like you've seen me doing in this game. And then you really commit to the actual putting the runner through when you feel like you've got a run that is more than good enough to play through. Like, wait for the quality run. Don't just play the first one that your attackers make. So there, I've played Grealish on a run with L1, called him 2, and then here, once we get into this kind of position, we're not really thinking about triggering runs then, we're just looking to work the ball. We might do R1 like here just to call a passer 2, but realistically, we're just trying to get in down this byline or play the ball sort of along the edge of the box at this point. Drive it into our striker. Tried to do a drag back there, but it's just sort of seized up. Try and not get countered if we can help it. Big switch. I'm going to call Grealish 2 straight away because I can see he's committed quite far up. Trigger him on a run with a pass. We've drawn his defender out, then we can drive it into the space that we've created. Call Mendy 2 to get a passing option, and here we're just going to try and work it along the edge of the box. Over to Grealish again. This is opening up really nicely now. Bang. And that is 2-0. Really good start here. As you can see, it's just about patience and picking the passes, using runs to try and draw players out, calling players to get a pass off, and then maybe triggering a run to get them into that space that you've created. But it's not one-dimensional. Too many people trigger one run and play one pass and have no success. You've really got to try and, trigger multiple runs and only commit to like the through ball when you really feel like they're going to get through. There's no point playing a pass without really having any idea whether it's going to work or not. It's about you want a quality pass and run. You're not just playing the first one that you get, And I understand I'm kind of reiterating that point a lot, but it is the most important takeaway here. You always play it once it's a quality run and ball like there. And we cut it back, and that is 3. I mean, that is just absolutely stunning play there. Some people don't like the whole cutback meta, but the reality is you only get into that position if you work the ball well. So it's not like, you know, they're unstoppable. You have to work for it, like we are here. Like, we're being patient, we're picking our passes, we're not rushing, and you do get rewarded for that. It's a good bit defended by him. I didn't think he'd commit to the byline. Cut that off. Good press there from Mendy. So played an L1 pass there with Bernardo just to give me an option on the inside. I'm going to drop it off to the winger here. Probably going to play it back a little bit. I'm going to call that guy here too. I'm not going to actually use that passing option though. I'm going to call Brolin to here, just so I can then play an L1 pass, get him in the space. I didn't play the ball that time because he was in an offside position. So we can drive this forward, maybe work a Travella here. Oh, that's a good save. You know what, if that's not Van der Sar, that's probably a goal. Play that here, R1 to call him to, maybe try Travella. I've redded that, although it wasn't a bad shot for a red. Good tackle. Pressed me a little bit more than I thought he would there. Just make sure he doesn't get around this byline. Okay, so nice and patient. Normally when I get in this position, I always call my winger too, just because it gives me a passing option. Often you can get stuck when you've got the ball there with the wing back. So pressing R1 there to get your winger as a passing option is a great way to actually start your build up. Trigger him on a run with the L1 pass. Play it back with a triangle pass. He's read that really well. I didn't think he'd read the byline that time. Stole it. L1 pass. He's bit on that, so we'll play it inside. Good defending again. Step over boost into that space if we can help it. That's a good block again. This guy's quite good at reading the passing lanes, to be fair to him. He's not the best at playing it out the back though, so I do feel like we can press him here and potentially win it higher up. Say that as he absolutely goes on a mad one with his Theo Hernandez. Good tackle there by Joe. Trigger a run there and play a through ball. Just noticed the opportunity opening up. I didn't trigger that run there in the middle though. That was all from the AI doing it themselves. Worst shot I've ever taken there, ignore me. My word. Didn't think the chip would go that high, blimey. And that is half time. Bar that last shot, a very, very good half. Okay, so it's our kickoff into the second half. I'm going to play a lock. I was going to play a lock, maybe not actually. I've just sent my winger on a run there. But there was really no option to get him through, so I've just kind of ditched it. Don't feel like you've got to play it through just because you've triggered them on a run. Again, calling that winger 2 with R1. Really great way of starting your build-ups. L1 pass back. Drive this forward. L1 pass inside. Through ball back. Not a great opening there, so I'm just going to try and work the ball. Get a cancel into the shot. Good save by his goalie. So as you can see, my clear sort of 101 method here is do what I have to do to get the wingers in this kind of position, and then from there I'm just kind of playing creatively, freely with whatever I think works, whether it's a finesse shot from here, whether I'm utilising skill moves and skill cancels like so to try and get into this space and then work back for a cutback. There's lots of options from there, but that's the position you want to get in because that's the point at which, you know, your attacks are getting dangerous. So here, I'm going to trigger a run with an L1 pass, maybe wait till he gets here. Pass wasn't on, so I cancelled it with the X after I powered it up. Call Brolin 2 there because he was in an offside position. And once again, we're in this position here to work the ball then. Lovely play, and that is another goal. Like I say, always working to get those wingers in that final third. That is literally my whole game when it comes to trigger and run. So we'll trigger one here, we'll play it to the man inside, then we'll dink it over. And then once again, from here, it's just about being creative. Try to megs him. Getting a bit carried away. This Grealish card, by the way, is fantastic if you guys haven't tried him. That is a 5th. It's been a bit of a savage one. He's probably going to leave, I would imagine. There's no point really hanging around for too many more goals, and he is gone. Really hope this insight to sort of what I'm thinking when it comes to triggering runs is helping you guys sort of seeing it in a live game format. Obviously, there's only so much that I can say while I'm playing, so if you've got any questions at all, please do drop them in the comments below, because triggering runs, can be done in lots of different areas of the pitch. So any questions you've got, let me know down below. But like I say, the main takeaway here is don't trigger a run and feel like you have to play the pass. Trigger a run, call them back with R1, play another run, call them back with R1, and the moment you've pulled out enough defenders to actually send them clean through, that's when you want to commit to it on your attacks. If you did find this tutorial helpful, guys, I will link my tutorials playlist in the description below for you guys to check out, along with the 4-4-1-1 custom tactics that I mentioned earlier. If you did make it this far in the video, guys, as always, I really appreciate your time. If you did enjoy it, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and turn your bell on. Take care, guys.